Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharyamadhyamam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamugacchate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, back to the text. Last couple of verses remaining. Any questions, clarifications? We didn't have the class last time. So before that, we had done that whole thing about Vidya, manifest, unmanifest. Any questions or clarification, or is it all clear? Clear nahi hai to puch lo abhi. Okay, because this can be a little bit confusing. Yeah. Now the question is, and I also said what the minimum thing that you can do in all this yourself. Okay. So that I think completes that picture. Then did someone say anything?
Hari, I got one doubt.
Yeah, shoot.
That one sentence, Isavasyopanishad.
Yeah.
That I cannot get confusion for me. So I want that clarity.
Tena tyaktena bunjita.
That Tokena means what you are sacrifice.
Okay. See, it's a way of looking at giving up the reality of the world, enjoy it. That's one way of looking at it. Isavasim idam sarvam. First verse itself,
Yeah.
right? So all there is nothing but Isha, the Lord. Ishvara, that's all there is there. Yat kincha jagatyam jagat, whatever is there. Then tena tyaktena bunjita, tena buddhya, by that buddhi, is there anything other than Ishvara in the world? Yeah. There's nothing, there's nothing other than Ishvara. Therefore, enjoy the things that are there after having Ishvara buddhi. After seeing the reality of it, enjoy the whole thing.
The sacrifice is not there.
That is?
Living some Tokena means living.
Yeah, live as you want, correct. Or tena tektena bunjita, what is there?
What you have to live?
What you have to do. You have to know, not do.
And when I was what I have to, what Tena?
Tena buddhya. Tena refers to that knowledge, to the understanding. With that understanding, you have done tyaga of the world. No? Because whatever reality you gave to the world is no more there. You took the world as real, as independent existence.
Yeah.
That is given up.
Unreality you have to give that.
Exactly. By recognizing that the only reality is Ishvara, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman, there is no other reality. Therefore, literally all the reality, thinking that this is real, that is real, I want it, all that is given up by that buddhi. Yeah. Then enjoy what is there. It actually refers to what is seen in the Gita as Jnana Lakshana Sannyasa. Jnanena karma tyaga. By understanding, by your knowledge that there is nothing to be had in life. There is nothing separate from the reality. Therefore, what is it that you are chasing? You are dealing with things, fine, you are dealing with things. You are dealing with Nama Rupa, that's all. There is no reality other than Ishvara in any of them.
All mithya you are dealing.
Huh?
All mithya.
Yeah, exactly. It's all mithya. Yeah.
we are dealing
But the mithyatva nishchaya comes only because you understood what is satyam. By understanding that everything that is here is satyam, what appears different from Ishvara is asatyam, is mithya. That appearance, it's only an appearance. When you say Jagan mithya, what do you mean? Brahman is a reality, okay, Ishvara is a reality. Then you are saying anything else is mithya. Is there anything else is the first question. There is nothing else.
nothing is
If there is nothing else, then what are you calling as mithya? What it appears to be. What is there is one reality. What the reality appears as, that appearance is called as mithya. Because only an appearance. There is no reality there. Therefore, tena buddhya, by the understanding of the truth, you have done the tyaga of the thing. Yeah, Shilpi, you have a question?
Yes, just a clarification, Swamiji.
Yeah.
So, in this case, Tyaga simply means the understanding, right?
Yes.
That we have gained, we have
Yeah.
gained an understanding of the relative importance of various things.
Not understanding of relative importance, understanding the reality.
The reality.
Yeah.
Right. And
Therefore, a natural vairagya is there. Na? Look at it.
huh.
A natural vairagya, because, put it like this, what is vairagya? Somewhere my teacher had made a statement. That is, when you understand the disconnect between what you are doing and what you want. What you want to do out of life is fulfillment, purnatvam. And what are you doing?
We are only going after the limited,
Exactly.
not after the
Yeah.
actual fulfillment. Where we are going to get actual fulfillment from, we are not
Yeah.
actually aiming for that.
So there is a natural disconnect, no? Between what you really want and what you are doing. that is vairagya. That is vairagya. Therefore, tena tyaktena bhunjita. You can enjoy them after having given up the reality of those things with that understanding. Yeah. You can still, because you still have to deal with the world, enjoy them. This also refers to a life of sannyasa. What is there left? Only fulfillment. Okay. Yeah. It can be taken literally as sannyasa also. People are afraid to call it sannyasa and say, no, by knowledge, by understanding. If you, mental sannyasa. If mentally you are a sannyasi, what is the problem of physically being a sannyasi? What is the problem? Mentally I am a sannyasi. So physically also, what is the problem? Unless you are saying you have some responsibilities left. Okay, that is understandable. Yeah. Otherwise, what is the issue? No issue. And in today's world, some of those responsibilities can be taken care of in spite of wearing the robes, okay? Because world has changed. So many institutions have also adapted to a changing world. Yeah. And that is necessary. Otherwise, they will stagnate and die. Traditions, if they don't adapt to a changing world, will stagnate and become obnoxious, orthodoxy, or it will die. Yeah?
Can I say that trainer refers to the different names and forms in the world with which we interact?
When you say world, what do you mean?
My day-to-day world, like
Tell me what do you mean by the world?
by any transaction, I'm transacting with. Say,
So you are transacting with what? There has to be another entity to transact
I am
with.
transmitting knowledge. Maybe I'm imparting, I'm teaching something.
Okay. So any transaction involves another entity.
True.
Yeah. Now he is saying what you are taking as another entity is not there. There is only one reality. Therefore, what you have taken as an entity only becomes a name and form.
Correct.
So that name and form is mithya, this thing. Therefore, there is no real entity other than you. Don't try to compromise on this. I may not be able to live like this, but that doesn't mean you compromise your understanding to suit your life. No, I can't live up to there, but this is the reality. I can't have that knowledge all the time in my mind when I am dealing with, but that is the reality. Don't compromise that to fit into your life. Then you will remain where you are, you will not grow. Yeah. It is like in yoga, oh, I can't do a backward bend and touch the floor with my hands. Okay, I can't do. Therefore, I will use a prop to support my back so that I can get that. Correct? But are you making that yogasana as with prop, or you are going to remove the prop after some time? Those who practice Iyengar yoga, are you going to remove the prop, or are you going to use the prop all your life?
Prop is only for getting the initial
Exactly. You are not modifying the asana. You are modifying the way you are practicing it. You know the asana is that way. That's a fact. I am modifying my practice because I can't do that. So until I can do that, I will do this so that I can get there. Same way. This is the reality. I can't live like that. So I live in what I can, with what I can, but that vision is vision. That doesn't change. Because I find a lot of students try to modify that to their understanding. What the Upanishad says is what the Upanishad says. That's it. Yeah. Don't modify that. Certain things in your lifestyle, etc., can be modified. That's a different thing. Those are minor, negligible things. It doesn't even count. If it counts, means you are giving too much of importance to things that don't need importance. Yeah. So, keeping that, stick to the knowledge, stick to the vision, don't compromise on the vision. And the vision is what I am giving you in the classes. That doesn't get compromised. That is why in the next verse he gives, all right, if you cannot live like this is how you live. Jijivishes shatagam samaha kurvanevehe karmani. A life of karma yoga is prescribed. Because you are taking the practicality of the fact that you may have vairagya as a certain amount of objectivity in your life, but at the same time, you have certain things to do, either in terms of responsibilities or accepted fact, desires. Accept that. You know, I found the older generation especially can't accept a desire. Younger generation is other extreme. Those who are below 40, it's other extreme. They come from this thing, greed is good. That old movie. Yeah. About the stock exchange and everything, stock market. Greed is good. Why the older generation can't? No, it's always that way. You have been brought up to think that if you are spiritual, you should not have desires. Then you will compromise the teaching. No, karma will give you moksha. Eventually. What karma you are doing? Putra Kameshti, Lakshmi Kubera Homa, all that. That's not meant for moksha, that's meant for you to get money. It's meant for you to get a child. No, but eventually, what eventually? Say, I have a desire, I want to fulfill this. Without this, I can't grow. And I can't work on my moksha. Be honest enough, no? Otherwise, eventually, I had a study group sevak who would say this. As much as you can, as much as you can. He lived up to 90 and died saying as much as you can, doing nothing. I knew him when he was in his 30s. He died in his 90s and remained the same. Because as much as you can, as much as you can. What is so great about as much as you can? Push yourself a bit, no? What is so much great about as much as you can? Everyone can do as much as you can. Yeah, everyone can do, na? What's the big deal about that? Yatha Shakti, Swamiji, Shastra says Yatha Shakti, yeah. So let me give you an example, a simpler example. You go to a gym, Yatha Shakti, he gives you 5 pounds in your hands. 5 pounds you can live because your shopping bag is heavier than that actually. Correct, most of you, when you go to buy vegetables, it's more than 5 pounds. No? Especially if you are doing purchasing for 3-4 days and you have a big family, 5 pounds ho jata hai. 5 pounds is 2 kilos. So how long are you going to remain with 5 pounds? Yatha Shakti. 10 repetitions. All your life. There you will push because somebody is there to push you. In Vedanta class, no. As much I can. I know some of my students have dropped off because I pushed them. Let them drop off. It's okay. Don't waste your time and my time. I'm okay with that. Yeah. So that is what. If you can't do that, recognize the fact. You have desires and you will work to fulfill the desires, the Ishwararpanam, Prasada Buddhi, etc. And once you have fulfilled that desire or you have done enough about it, you can grow and say, enough. Let me move on. Let me move on. And don't try to dictate terms to your 30-year-old child. But I'm mama, no? Yeah, you are mama. But she is 30 or he is 30. So forget it now. Let it be. Revade. So that's where the whole thing comes from. And then as part of Karma Yoga, he mentioned your duties you know about, worldly duties you know, your desire prompted activity you know. Therefore, he mentioned other things in terms of worship he mentioned. So he said both karma and upasana is to be done, and upasana also 2 types. Stilling of the mind, samadhi practice, and upasana in terms of worship. So all 3 we saw detail. So that is it. So that completes the picture. This is how you live. So Isavasya is an important Upanishad because it shows you how to live as a seeker. Yeah, this is how you live as a seeker. Pursue the knowledge, either through a life of sannyasa or a life of karma yoga. 2 verses deal with the whole thing, which has been elaborated in the Gita, which we have seen elaborately, how the Gita has elaborated the whole thing. And then, that's it. You come and gain the knowledge, work on the knowledge. So in time, all that karma, etc., if you are still living a householder's life, all that karma, etc., will disappear into some nitya naimitika karmas that you are doing. Upasanas, etc., will be replaced by nididhyasanam, contemplation on the truth. All that other, because your mind has been ready, etc. All that you have done, enough of that. Worship, mental worship, as well as quietening the mind, both you have done. So now, the both of it goes, nididhyasanam you do, contemplating on the truth. Bas, that's it. Then before you know it, you are rooted in the knowledge. Yeah. That time don't postpone it. When the chance comes to be rooted in the knowledge, don't in your mind postpone it. But I have not done this, I have not done that, etc. No. Jo kiya bas ho gaya. But so much upasanas I was supposed to do, I didn't do, you didn't do. It's okay. What you did was enough to bring you up to here. Na? Bas ho gaya. I remember one of my friends, he used to take this programs and teach different types of meditation. Okay. So all his students felt that unless you do all these meditations, you will not gain moksha. And different types he would teach. Okay. Thinking that people can pick up what they like and this thing. But in the process, people got this idea that all this type you have to do. So once we are sitting down with him, and my friend Uday also was done. And one of his students was saying, Swamiji, this meditation I have not done, that way I have done, this I have done. So Uday turned around and asked that student, have you done the Wonga Bonga meditation that comes from South Africa? What? Wonga Bonga meditation. Very important. No, I have not even heard about it. And I am laughing because he has just made it up. Uday is like that. He has made up a name and said, Wonga Bonga meditation. Trying to show that, come on, yaar, it's endless. What are you going to do? Go visit that. There is a site called Mystic Lotus. Visit that. And you will get a supermarket of all these, If you are looking for that, it's a great site, okay? By the way, that lady who runs it is known to me, so my name is also there in that, as teacher of Vedanta. Thank God. Teacher of Vedanta, not of any meditation or anything. Okay. But if you are looking for that, it's a supermarket. And you should remember that supermarket things can become expensive also. So that apart, this is how you go about it. Okay, simplified this thing. All right, then so we had seen verse 16 also last time, right? Pusham Yamas-Surya Prajapati, all that we have seen. Okay. Yeah, because there he brings in the knowledge. Soham Asmiti, the Purusha that is there in the sun. Purusha that is there in the sun, what I am worshipping as Ishvara, through the symbol of Surya and me, one and the same, he brought in that knowledge also there. Okay. In the 16th verse, he brought in that knowledge, indicating that knowledge is there. Then what? Okay. Now, this person is dying. A time comes now for all of us to quit the scene. How long are you going to live? How long do you want to live? How long do you want to live? Kabhi tak? Okay. Yes, your full life as your prarabdha. Yes. After that, what? Vayur anilam amritam matedam bhasamantam shariram om ritagum smaraha kritagum smaraha Krito smaraha, kritagam smaraha. Okay. Vayuhu, the prana Shakti, your breathing. Anilaha, Agnihi. Okay. Amrutam matedam. All this is going to what is going to be resolved now. My breath will be resolved in the cosmic prana. The fire that has temperature I have in the body is in the cosmic fire. My body into the earth that it came up from. Bhasamantam shariram. Let this body be reduced to ashes. Then when you quit the body, what is it? If you don't know the truth, he says, Ritam smaraha. Ritam smaraha. Okay. Ritam smaraha. Krito smaraha. Either remember the ritam, the reality. If you know the truth, you will remember the reality. How are you going to die? Without thinking of the reality of one. So, South Indian make a shortcut for this, you know. वो shortcut बना देते हैं इसको. Most of us are not going to, who have lived a life, always asking God, God, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. Or the typical Bombay man's prayer, Tata ne aapyo, Birla ne aapyo, Mane nathi aapyo. You gave Tatas, you gave Birla, you didn't give me anything, oh Lord. Where are we going to remember the truth, the reality? I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman, I am Aham Brahmasmi, etc. So the South Indians have a way out of this. Because you are most attached to your children. So all the children they will name after some god or the other. Narayana, Rama, of course, Narayana will become Naru, all that short forms will be there. But Satyanarayana will become Satya, Aditya will become Adi. So actually I think his name is Aditya Narayan. He's become Adi. Now Adi sounds like a Parsi name. Right? Yeah, his actual name is Aditya, the son. So that is the way the South Indians try to get around that, thinking that at least when they think of their son and call out for their son, they are calling out to the Lord. Revade, Revade, all these tricks don't work. They are nice to sing, ha 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 ha, okay. They are all, that's it. Okay. Ratagam smara, think of the reality. In fact, one of my students went like that. Some of you know him, Sahaya Sahab. Some of my South Bombay students here know him, Sahaya. Even Mangala Punjabication and all, I have met him, Sahaya. He got up in the morning. In fact, before that, couple of years back, he used to feel a bit dizzy. So he couldn't come to my class. I said, Sahaya Sahab, all you need is some contemplation, nothing more than that. Thoda contemplation kar lo roz, nididhyasana. He used to do that regularly. Then he got up in the morning. As usual, he came out after whatever morning ablutions. And he and his wife had a habit of having a cup of tea together. Okay? Very loving couple. Okay? So had his tea. Then he said, Abhi hum thoda late jayenge. I'll lie down for some time. Which is very unusual for him. So he went inside and lay down. Wife and son followed him, thinking, is there something wrong with dad? He lay down, put his hands on his chest, said, Aham Brahmasmi, and he went away. Ritagam smara. I am not giving some rishis example who did it that way, okay? I am talking about today, a human being like any one of you all, a student like any one of you all, who had lived a life full of desires, etc. He married thrice, not once. And the woman he was with was his third wife, very beautiful lady, 20 years younger than him. But he lived well. And by the time of his death, he was rooted in the truth. Vritagam smara. If Vritagam na smara doesn't happen, then Kritagam smara, what all you have done. Krito smara, Kritam smara. What I have done, what I have not done, oh my God. Meaning, your mind will be full of some guilt and regrets. If you cannot have this knowledge when you are leaving the body, there will always be some guilt and regrets. And the regrets, let me tell you, those who are leading a so-called spiritual life, their regret will be not so much for what you have done, it will be more for what you have not done. I'm not joking. I have helped a lot of people cross over to the other side. I have been fortunate enough to sit at their deathbed and help them go over. The regrets are always about what is not done, not what is done. Okay. So if there are things that you feel you should do, please go ahead and do it. Don't die with regretting, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Unless it has got nothing to do with your priority. Even then it is okay if it is strong, the desire is strong in you, do it. Okay. With Prasada Buddhi Ishvara Arpani, then you don't have to think like this. Oh, Vritagam smara, Kritam smara. Yeah, you don't have to think of all that. Yeah. 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 Because why? Your next life will be dependent on your karma phala. No? If you don't have this knowledge, then your next life will be what? Karma phala. और क्या है? That's why the understanding of karma is not meant to make one fatalistic, but it is to take accountability for my life. What I am enjoying or suffering is all because of my karma. That's it. So see that the karma is done properly. Not driven by guilt, driven by choice and freedom, and a sense of accountability, a sense of responsibility, in harmony with your priorities, etc. That's what it is supposed to be. This also can indicate two other things. Okay? The understanding of moksha in Vedanta. Okay? The traditional view, to complete what we commit ourselves to, is what is known as Jivan Mukti. We study, keep studying, keep owning up the knowledge, making it a fact of my life. Then, before I die, when I am living itself, I have rooted in this knowledge, I am free from all sense of limitations, etc. This is called Jivan Mukti. Jivan eva muktihi, Jivan Muktihi. This is very easy to understand, correct? Then there is something called Videha Mukti. Actually speaking, Videha Mukti exists only for a Jivan Muktaha. So when a Jivan Muktaha, someone who goes free, like Swami Chinmayananji or Swami Dayananji, etc., when they gave up the body, they were Jivan Muktahas when they were living, they gave up the body, Videha Mukti. First Mukti in this body itself, then they gave up the body, you are free. It's called Videha Mukti. Clear about these two ideas? Okay. Then there is something in Videha Mukti, there is also something known as Krama Mukti. This verse deals with both Videha Mukti and Krama Mukti. What is Krama Mukti? Mukti in stages. Because you have done so much of good karma in your life. Remember, karma, upasana. Upasana, two types. So you have done so much of this karma and upasana in your life, and you have been exposed to some Vedanta also. Therefore, if you are not a Jivan Mukta, okay, even at the time of death you can be free and die as a Videha Mukta, or you will gain in stages. Meaning what? On the strength of your karma and upasana, you go to Brahmaloka. If you go to Brahmaloka, Brahmaloka is the seventh heaven of delight, okay? The highest a person can go on the basis of his karma and upasana. Don't say I am doing half an hour meditation morning and evening, therefore I will go to Brahmaloka. I am doing 1 hour puja every day and then half an hour meditation morning and evening, I will go to Brahmaloka. Nahi hota hai. Okay? But if you have done enough, then you will go to Brahmaloka. And there what will happen? There what will happen? You live a great life. I mean, you live a good life. With other seekers also will be there, who also did not do. You will say, यार थोड़ा और effort करने का था यार, अभी तक मोक्षा हो जाता था. Why am I stuck in this life? But अच्छा life है. खाओ पियो मजा करो. All the good things in life are there. Oh my God, I am used to living such a life of discipline. इधर बोलते हैं खाओ पियो मजा करो. हाँ, ये तो this is Brahmaloka. Imagine a simple Brahmana going there. He'll have a very difficult time. Anyway, so you will live a long time. How? Until the end of the Kalpa. Until the end of Kali Yuga. 20,000 more years. You're stuck. 20,000. Then when Brahmaji's job is over, creation is over, destruction has to start. Rolling back has to start. Brahmaji will teach you. And then you will become clear. If it becomes clear, you gain moksha. And if it doesn't become clear for you, next kalpa you will be born again. Because next kalpa also some jivas have to be there, na? Yeah. But if you are such an evolved soul, gone to Brahmaloka, etc., next lifetime you will be born in Satya Yoga as a very evolved soul, and you will pick up the way of moksha fast. Okay. But you will have to wait. This is called karma mukti. No true-blooded Vedantin looks for videha mukti or karma mukti. He looks for jivan mukti only. Abhi milna hai. If I don't get it now, I might as well be born again soon and pick up the threads again and get it soon. Not wait for 20,000 years. Yeah. So, that is implied, indicated in this verse. That's why I talked about it. Okay.
Swamiji,
Yeah?
I have a hypothetical question.
Yeah?
If all of us were to get this knowledge at the same time, then will there be no creation thereafter?
How many people are there in Bombay? One second.
All the
That's what I'm saying.
hypothetical question, I know such a situation
Will never come up, exactly. But yes, if let us say all jivas meaning human beings, gain moksha. What about other beings evolving from plant life, animal life, etc.?
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Creation will be on. That won't stop.
Okay.
Until the end of the kalpa, creation will be on. Other jivas are waiting na to come. Both hai. Yeah. Line mein both hai. Yeah. There are a lot of people in the queue to be born as human beings. Yeah. Okay. Agne Naya Supataha. Yeah, what happened? Anyone had a question?
84 lakhs of units, na?
That is just a statement. That's just a statement, don't take it literally. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know from where they got this 84 lakhs. Somewhere someone said it and it's being
Yeah.
propagated along, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
अग्ने सुपताराय अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वायुनानि सद्वान् यो अध्यस्मा जुहरा नमो भूयिष्ठो ते नम उक्तिं विधेमः. Okay. The prayer of a dying man. Okay. With the assumption that he has not gained knowledge. As you said, if you gain the knowledge, if you know the truth, there is nothing like travel after death. You remain one with limitless consciousness, the all pervading consciousness, you remain one with that. Therefore, where are you going to go? Which loka are you going to go? All lokas are in consciousness only. You are that consciousness. You remain as a base for everything. No travel. So this, when he is talking about it, assumption is, he's a very good person, a seeker, but not yet gained the knowledge. So Agni, praying to Agni. Okay, praying to Agni, because Agni in Vedic times, the Agni is what triggers the offerings to the Lords. Agni is what leads you to other lokas, etc. So Agnehe Nayah Supataraya Asman. Agnehe Supatanaya, by the beautiful path. Uttarayana Margaha. Uttarayana Margaha. Lead me to higher lokas. Okay. Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan. Vidwan, knowing. What is that? Vishwani. All the things that we have done. Karma meditations both kiye mein, you know. You know, because how can I do karma without you offering you? Okay. So you know all that I have done. So keeping in that, lead me to the good path. Vayunani Vidwan. Okay. Supataha. Yo adhyasma juhurana manaha. Okay. Okay, and Shankara says here, this supataha used because I want to go through the Uttarayana, not through Dakshinayana. Not that Dakshinayana is not a bad path, okay. Two paths mentioned, Uttarayanam for going to higher lokas, heaven and above, the last three lokas. Okay. Dakshinayana will take you to Pitraloka, etc. Believe me, in today's world, nobody except those who have died with their boots on in harness are going to go to higher lokas like heaven, etc. All of us, if you are going without knowledge, we will go only up to Pitraloka, etc. Why? Kitna puja kiya hai? Kitna karma kiya hai? What Vedic karma have you done? Every day I do Shodasopachara puja. Big thing. Big thing. Twice a day I do morning, evening. Big thing. I am not saying it's not a big thing, but that is the maximum we do. No? What else have you done? Tell me. Every Sanatani, every Hindu is supposed to do Ishti and Purti. Ishti is Vedic worship. Vedic worship क्या किया? संध्या वंदनम किया. Peanuts. Compared to the karma that is to be done, peanuts. So that's why we replace Vedic karma with Pauranic karma. Okay, good enough. How much? How much are you doing? Tell me. You gain enough punya only, and Purti. Purti is Dhanam, etc. Building roads, building temples, building water bodies, etc. कितना किया है हम लोग? How much have you done? Tell me. I mean, समझिए, I have done, water harvesting. Correct है, किया water harvesting. Good. How much? 3 villages only. Not bad. Have you put up any road? The road coming to our ashram. That's for your use, not for public use. You and your students, or kya? So, what I am trying to say is, Ishti and Purti in today's life, we have done very little. But our duties we have done. Good. Acha. Duties you have done. Taken care of parents, children, this, that, etc. All that you have done. Good, good, very good. That's really good. So, up for that, Pitraloka. If you are a musician, etc., Gandharva Loka. Well, song and dance and music all, मजा आएगा. और क्या चाहिए? So that's the maximum we will go. None of us are going to go to Brahma Loka, etc. Okay, don't even give up that dream and focus on the knowledge. Okay. So here he is praying for Uttarayanam. Okay. That's why remove all my papas from me. If by out of my ignorance, if I have done papa, consciously I have not done it. But by mistake, if I have done, let this prayer be enough to remove that. Okay? Yeah. Hemaha. Juhuro manaha. Bhuishtetu namuktim vidhema. Again and again I am praying to you. Again and again I am praying to you. The idea is this. If you don't have, see, why is upasanas and all presented along with the study of Vedanta? If you look at this verse, etc., it makes it clear, because Ishvara and Upasana is presented along with the study of Vedanta for the simple reason that if you don't get it in this lifetime, you will get a good break and after that pick up the threads again. Because of the punya that you have done in this lifetime. Okay? All of us who have lived 70, 80 years, etc., you'd like a holiday from earth. No? Thoda sa, give me a break, yaar, come on. All the time, relentlessly, one thing after the other, one thing or the other. Kuch na kuch to hote hi rehta hai. Something or the other always going wrong. Give me a break. Okay. So that break is heaven. Okay. Then when you come back, you won't have done enough punya so that Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Brashtaha Bijayate. You've gone a good cultured house. People who are cultured people. People who have some value. That base is shrinking now. Huh? That base is shrinking. Yeah. Parents have become hyper secular because we were put into too much of religion and things like that, forced on us when we were young. So when we have become parents, we have knocked it off completely. I won't force my child for anything. And then at 25, when you at 50 are getting into all these things, you're cribbing your child is not getting into any of this. What did you do when the child was 5 and 10 and all that? Anyway, that apart. So you want to be born Suchinam Srimatam Gehe into a cultured house, well off, so that even if you walk away, your parents are all right. They have enough money, they don't need you. They don't need you to take care of them so that you can study Vedanta. You need to be born like that. No? Do you not need a life like that? Yeah. Or you had a chance to make it in life. You are born in a very simple household, but with your work, etc., you managed to make it. And now you can study Vedanta. See, even that calls for certain punya. No? So, to ensure that the journey will go on, even if you don't get in this lifetime, Ishvara is presented. Ishvara meaning Upasana and all are presented along with the study of Vedanta. If you are ready to do a do or die, make a do or die attempt, come what may, I will gain moksha. Moksha or I will die, like that. If you are willing to make that type of an attempt, then you don't need too much of upasana. Just some enough God's grace to find a right guru and to get the circumstances to study. But that much of grace still has to be there. Otherwise, you'll have to fight and make it. Some of us have done that. But some grace is still necessary. Right guru has to come, na? And when the right guru comes, do you recognize the person? What type of a guru is this? He has a haircut. He is not shaving his head. Haircut, okay? He can't be a traditional teacher. If your mindset is like that, then where are you going to get the right guru? There are others also. Luckily in our parampara, there are enough variety to take care of everything. There's somebody who will clean shave, there's somebody who will grow everything, there's somebody in between like me. So not a problem. Parampara mein sab kuch milega. So the idea is that much grace you need to have. Therefore, worship, this, that, etc. is necessary even if your commitment to is only to Vedanta. Some little bit. Japa dhyanam, etc. Some japa dhyanam, etc. Little bit chanting here and there. No. Because you need grace. Without grace, nothing happens. And grace has to be earned through your karma. That's the thing. Grace is not distributed by God out of random choice. Okay? Yeah. This character is an idiot, don't give him anything. This character is a nice person. It's not like that. It's you earn the grace with your karma, with your prayers, etc. So that little bit is necessary even if you are a student of Vedanta. That's why it's always presented together. That's why this Upanishad emphasizes so much on karma and upasana. That doesn't mean you end up being a karmata. That's also, I have to say that also. Karmata meaning whole day you are doing only karma. Your whole commitment is to karma. Swamiji, I cannot attend class today because there is a puja going on. At home? No. Then where? I am attending a puja. Achha. In where? Friend's house, this house? No, in that local temple. So go for the puja, make the sankalpa, come, attend class and go back to the sankalpa, go back to the puja. Na? Puja is lasting 2 hours. No. Okay. Karmata. Once in a way, if it happens, I can understand that. Yeah, once in a way. But regularly it's happening, karmata. You are so caught up in the karma that you have forgotten knowledge. Whatever life you are leading, Ishvara plays a part in it. So that's why a seeker makes his whole life a worship through karma yoga. Whole life becomes a worship. He doesn't require separate worship. Little bit japa, etc. is enough. Ho gaya kam. Little japa, light the lamp, but ho gaya, enough. Yeah. Why? Because for him punya is to gain the knowledge, nothing more. Not to go to other lokas, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. He doesn't need all that. Yeah. That little bit grace you need to go to a good loka. After death you will gain by the study of Vedanta itself. That also has its own punya. The study of Vedanta itself will have its punya to take care of that. And then come back and pick up the thread again. So I have digressed a bit, I have gone elaborately a bit because this Upanishad deals with all this. All this is there behind as background. Okay. So your focus is knowledge. Remember one thing. As a student, your focus is always knowledge. And Ishvara is acknowledged. In knowledge, Ishvara is, you are praying to Ishvara, you are worshipping Ishvara in his Swarupa. In a puja, you are doing the puja to his form. Here, in Vedanta's learning, you are worshipping Ishvara in his Swarupa. Vangmayi puja, this is called. The Swarupa worship. Very, very important. So focus is that. And little bit other things also to take get your mind ready, so that you will have prasada buddhi, Ishvara arpana buddhi in your life. So a little bit of that also you will do. Then gain the knowledge and you are free. After that go and have a cup of coffee or kya. Okay. Now I am giving you all a choice. The Shanti mantra of this Upanishad was Purnamada Purna. Other Shanti mantras are very simple in their meaning. That's why I just translated it and gone. Shanno, Mitra, Sham, Varuna, etc. They are simple. They are prayers. This Purnamada Purnamidam is almost like a Mahavakya. In fact, it is a Mahavakya. Do you want me to do a bit of explanation of this in the next class?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes, Swamiji.
Okay.
Yes, Swamiji.
Okay.
Yes, Swamiji. Yes,
Okay. So next class I will do that. And also tell you all which text we are going to do after that. Okay. So next class we will go in explanation of Purnamada Purnamidam. Yeah. Little bit in brief. My teacher has done very elaborately on this. I will put it in brief, one class. Okay. So good place to stop. Om Tat Sat.